While the patients can book an appointment from the chatbot, it's also easy for the receptionist to use the app to book an appointment. Let me show you that. So in order for the receptionist to book an appointment, there'll be multiple clinics or maybe a single clinic based on the doctor's setup. When you click on one of the clinic and select a date, you'll be able to create an appointment for the patient. So this is basically a receptionist view where these are the available slots for a specific date. When you select a date and a time, you'll be able to enter the certain details of the patients. So we are going to enter some details here. Right, so once this is added, this will be reflected on the screen, which is basically the receptionist view. Okay, so this is what the patient is going to see to track their appointments. They basically receive some information on how to interpret the information on the screen. So this lady is going to give instructions. There'll be some voice instructions that this lady will give, and if the user wants, they can hear this information. If they don't want, they can just simply close this. And this is what is where the patients will be able to view and track their appointment. So when a patient looks at a certain appointment, it is always the last one, and so it gives an information that this patient's token number is 5, the appointment is of 12 p.m. and that it says you are here. And it also shows how the queue is running. So at this point in time, we've seen that there are 3 people who have arrived. So it basically shows that there are 3 people who have already arrived, and there is this token number 4, which basically who this individual has not yet arrived. Now, as and when the receptionist or the doctors, they mark the patient as out, we should see a similar reflection happening on the app, right? So you can see that right now it's showing a live status that the patient that had a token number 1 is currently out. Now let us do a similar exercise for the patient who has arrived, who is basically the token number 2, and let's assume that that patient is now marked as out by the doctor. So we expect to see that over here. So here it is not showing because this list is refreshed every minute, but the patients can click on this refresh button and they should be able to see this refreshed. So as you can see that the token number 2 now basically shows as out. So this patient basically understands that it's easy for the patients to track where they stand and what is the status of the live running queue, and the patient is free to click on this refresh button so that this is refreshed at the will. So now let us mark the patient number 4 as arrived. Right. So we now have the token number 4, right? So this patient has already arrived, and we should be able to refresh this to figure that out. So it's easier for the patient who is tracking would know that there are individuals before him who are waiting in the queue, and this makes the tracking easy for the patients, for them to know when they should arrive at the clinic. And this ensures that you are able to manage the queue as well as the patient's visits just in time. And just like the doctors where they can mark the patient as in and out, the receptionist at the counter can also do the same. So we basically see a similar view over here for that particular date, and even the receptionist can also mark the patient as in and out. And when, let's say, the receptionist marks the patient as out, okay, and we should actually see that also reflecting over here when this grid is refreshed. And you can also see that now your status changes to your turn. So this is how easy a receptionist and a doctors can manage the patient queue, and it becomes very easy for the patients to track their own appointment and the live running status of the queue.